Check it out, guys. Milwaukee has come out with some new pocket knives. Well, at least they made some new changes, some new model numbers that you're gonna wanna check out if you're looking for a pocket knife. These three right here range from $14.97 all the way to $24.97, and they have a 4.2 star rating and higher. So I spent the last couple weeks taking these out of the package and seeing how they work. So my plan for this video is to take about 2 minutes per knife and show you how it works and the features and what I like about them, if there's some things I don't like about them. So you'll find that out in this video. So let's get started. So the first thing I mention is all three have the same kind of handle. They're described on the Home Depot website as a plastic handle, and they all have a lanyard hole like this right here. So you can have it tethered to your hand in case you're working up high. You don't want to drop this on anybody. So the lanyard might be a good idea. So let me know if you use a pocket knife. Do you use a lanyard at all? Let me know. So this is the first knife we're going to look at right here. This is the Hawkbill design. Here it is. Kind of looks like an eagle, like the eye right there is pretty cool. So if you're shopping at Home Depot, you might see another Milwaukee Hawkbill design, but that's actually a slightly different model. They made some upgrades. So they're both the press and flip. So you push that button right down and then you flip it open like that. It's not spring assisted, just to clarify that. And the newer model has this little eyelet right there, so in case you want to open it, you can grab it there and press and flip it in case you don't want to fling it open. That's just another way, so that just makes it a little bit easier. And this really works well for like stripping wire. I read some people say this design right here I really like. Actually, I didn't see any comments talking about like opening boxes, but it has this little thumb groove right there. I guess there's like jimping right there, and that's down there is your finger choil, but up here it's almost like a groove for your thumb right past the jimping. So this really fits nice. So if you're going to tear a box open, it just can really pull really nice. It's very secure in your hand. I like that. So I do happen to have a little bit of 14-2 wire right here. So if you're looking to do some stripping of the wire, this works good for that. Or if you want to go right down the center, so you can just go ahead . It just really works well for stripping it open, so there you go. All three pocket knives you're going to see have a similar wire pocket clip right there. This one's a fairly deep carry, not too bad. And some of them are going to be tip down or tip up carry. This one, it happens to be a tip down carry. And I'll point out on all three which ones they are. This knife is coming really handy. I had to dismantle an old couch and put it in a dumpster. So I was able to strip the fabric off with this right here so I could get down to the bare wood. There I took my circular saw to it and started cutting up the, they look like 2x2s. So the one thing I like about this knife right here, if you want to open it one-handed, you definitely can do it like that. But it's really meant to fling open. So the price of this is only $14.97. The blade length 2.45 inches and 7 inches overall. So the weight of all three blades are all 0.24 pounds. If you check the Home Depot website, I'll have a link down below. This has a 5-star review with several people reviewing it. So that's something you're going to want to check out if you want to find out more about it. So the model number of this right here is 48-22-1525. And it has a stainless steel blade. This is a spring-assisted Milwaukee knife from about 4 or 5 years ago that I reviewed. And the one thing I've seen a lot of people comment, and I also noticed, is the liner lock is really difficult. You have to like really push down to release it. The one upgrade that I've noticed that Milwaukee has done, their liner locks are much easier to grab with your thumb. So I like that. It's just very easy to open and close. And for $14.97, I think this is one of the best values you're going to find out there for an EDC carry knife or just a pocket knife. All right, so the next pocket knife we have right here, this is the assisted TANTO point. So this one right here, this is partially serrated. And if you look at ninja swords, they are a TANTO point. So a lot of people think those are pretty cool. So I have a question. If you had your choice, would you go with partially serrated like this or not? Please put your answer down below. So the model number of this one right here, it's 48-22-1530. One of the changes I really like about this is that it has a flipper to open it. And then it has what I call an arc lock right there. You just pull that back to lock it. On the Home Depot website, they call this a slide lock. But either way, you don't have that liner right there. It's just really handy right there. You just kind of grab it with your thumb and your pointer finger, and then you can easily pull it back. And then if you take a look at this pocket clip, it's very similar. And this is a tip-up carry. I know a lot of people prefer tip-up carry versus tip-down. What do you guys prefer? This thing just deploys really fast. I'm very impressed with it. And then one of the nice things about a partially serrated blade that's really handy for like cutting rope. One thing I noticed is pretty easy to strip wire with this partially serrated knife. So let me just show you how easy that is right there. So this is the most expensive of all the three. It's $24.97 and it has a 4.4 star review. The blade length on this is 2.45 inches with a 7.48 overall length. And the last knife I'm going to show you, this is a camouflage color. You can go with red if you want to, but this is model 48-22-1524. This one's 1997. This is a press and flip, has a liner lock, has a drop point. So I really like the blade on this one. This would make a really nice everyday carry. All right, so let's take a look at the outside. You can just see this has a really quite deep carry right there. With the camouflage, you'd kind of hardly notice if you had this in your pocket. So this one is set up for a tip down carry. And this again is a press and flip. I did find this one probably a little harder than the Hawkbill to open because the steel is probably not quite as heavy. And these also haven't been broken in yet, so maybe over time they may flip open easier. But I think it just takes a little bit of practice to get the hang of how you snap your wrist to open it. But if you don't want to flip it open, it's just really easy. That's just something I've seen on some other reviews. Before they made the change on here, people like being able to grab a hold right there. So if they want to open it, they don't have to press and flip it. Let's say you have like arthritis or something where it's hard to flip it open. It's nice that Milwaukee made that change so you can easily open it without flipping it. And you can see I'm actually doing it one-handed. Pretty much all three knives, one hand I can open and close, which I like. So if you're like up on a ladder and you need to cut something really quick, if you're holding on with this hand to the ladder, you can use this hand right here to open up and close it and cut and everything all at once. So the blade length of this one, 2.59 inches and 7.5 inches overall. So what do you guys think? Do you like the drop point knife? So my question to you, which one of these three is your favorite? The TANTO, the drop point, or the Hawkbill? One thing I noticed out of the package, all three are nice and sharp. So let's try the drop point first. Okay, let's try cutting paper with the Hawkbill. This might not be as easy for me, and I've also put this a little bit more to the test, so I may need to touch up the blade a little bit. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna have to sharpen this one. The one thing with the TANTO, with it being partially serrated, this is a little bit trickier for me to put the paper test to it, but let's see. Oh yeah. Let's try it again here. Yeah. Definitely nice and sharp. About a month ago I made a video review of the Work Sharpener right here. This thing is amazing. It just makes it very easy, and my knives have never been as sharp as they are with this right here. So then in the next couple weeks I plan on testing out this attachment right here for the Work Sharpener. This is just something a little bit more advanced. Each belt's a little bit wider and it gives you a little more freedom for sharpening things. So I'm thinking with the Hawkbill, it may be nice to have this setup right here, because trying to sharpen that right there might be a little tricky, and I think this might work the best with that. So please subscribe to my channel if you want to see how I sharpen this on this setup right here in a few weeks. I will have the links down below to all 3 knives that will show all the model numbers on it and the reviews and the questions and answers and anything that you want to know about them. So my goal of this video is to help you guys out by giving you a close-up look at all 3 of these knives right here and just pointing out some of the details that I think are important. So in case you're considering the purchase of them, hopefully you'll find out if they're right for you. So if you enjoy this video and find it interesting and informative, please give it a thumbs up and help support my channel. That's it, friends. Thanks for watching. See you next time.